WrestleMania 3 at the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan. It's a day that I'm certain my guest at this time will not forget. I'm talking about the former Intercontinental Champion of the world, Macho Man Randy Savage.
Nothing means nothing.
Nothing
means nothing. Man.
Nothing means nothing. What do you mean by that?
I'm talking about all the way to the top, yeah. Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in, but the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah. Macho Madness, yeah, has got more to offer than President Jack Tunney thinks that I got. Yeah, and I'm going to tell you something right now. Cards stacked against the Macho Man Randy Savage in WrestleMania 3. Hey, let me say it, yeah. Let me say it out loud. And let me point to the president of the World Wrestling Federation. The Macho Man Randy Savage is not happy with your decision, yeah. I am the cream in the World Wrestling Federation.
Wait a minute.
Welcome back, everybody. We're going to try this again. I'm sure the mic is working now. You know, when you wake up and you get those and you check your laptop and there's updates that have been made and you're like, oh, I wonder what they've done. Yeah, what they've done is muted your mic all the way in the background, but that's not going to stop us, fam. We're going to pull up regardless. So once again, thank you guys for pulling up. Once, liking, commenting, watching me move my lips earlier. That big shout out to Fire Chicken, letting me know, not letting me go for 20, 30 minutes or something like that. Oh, man, we got to have each other's back, man. Shout out to Prophet Bear pulling up, man. I'm seeing Jesus Coin make some really solid floors. I thought I put him up on the ticker. Man, I was talking about him, talking about you, Prophet Bear, talking about Jesus Coin, man, having breakfast on Sunday. And you know what? I was like, I got to bring this thing up, man. We got to talk about, the power of the, conviction, because I went to go eat breakfast somewhere. It was packed, man. There was a lot of people in there. And it's like that retail, those Sunday mornings, if it was talking about what you guys got going on as well, I think it could be very powerful. What's up, everybody? GM, let's go, man. We're back and the mic is on, man. It's crazy. Like I said, update to the laptop when you wake up. You don't know what they change, right? They don't let you know. And if they do, they're not being honest. And next thing you know, you're going live and there's no mic, but nothing means nothing. Shout out to Macho Man. But we're going to get into this right now because the pump is being respected a bit, Prophet Bear, man. Fire Chicken, the pump is being respected. And we're going to turn on some indicators and have some fun for sure. If you guys can pull up, there's a super stream coming up. I got to send Prophet Bear the link to that as well, to that Telegram. I'm sure he's going to want some action, if it's not this Friday, on the next one that we're going to do, because I'm pretty sure that the super stream is going to be pretty successful. We're getting a lot of projects pulling up in that Telegram. The slots are filling up fast. I'm debating on how many projects right now. I don't want to, I want to make sure that we can make it all work. And this is honestly like the first of its kind. So we're going to try to break StreamYard that day, and we're going to have some fun together. But let's talk about respecting the pump right now. What's up, Darren? We got respecting the pump in action when it comes to BTC and a lot of other things. Like, for a while, we weren't saying that the floor was in, We're wanting that this is the time that the floor is actually in. We're not sure, right? We're tracking price. But all the other times when people were trying to say, we weren't buying that noise, like there was nobody that was pulling up to this channel that really got that bell notification lit that's rocking. We didn't buy it here. We didn't believe it here. We didn't believe it there. We didn't believe it here. This is where things are starting to get a little bit better. We had a little bit of trying to get above it, but all these other ones were just extremely far away from even the 50 moving average. So what's the point of, and that's why during this time right here, I was telling everybody, like, you might as well just spend some time with your family, take some pictures, make some memories, because crypto's not going anywhere. It's going to be here to stay. And you can see exactly just that. Now, this is where things have been getting a lot more exciting for us. And even though it was like that first break, we're like, pop, 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 then we had these 4 red days and it was like, oh my God, is it gone? Is it not going to happen this time? Is it actually turning around? But this is why we have some really cool indicators. I want to give a big shout out to Blunt. We're going to be having him up as well, because these indicators, what they do, they give us the conviction to stay in the trade, right? Because let's be honest, this would have been a nice trade. And we talked about this first mouse, second mouse game, right? First mouse gets the squeeze. This mouse is like, oh my God, I'm getting some profit. Ooh, we start getting squeezed because my profit starts going away. Let me just close the trade because I don't want to lose all my profit, right? And then boom, that's the first mouse got the squeeze and the second mouse gets the cheese. Is it possible for the second mouse to get the cheese right now? That's the question. Is a possibility for real? Well, we'll start stacking some things up. We start stacking these things up because we weren't believing in none of these other times. We weren't buying none of that noise. But right now it's like, okay, we have the gap, right? We have the 100K, that psychological barrier that crypto wants to trade to. I'm telling you, Bitcoin gets back above 100K. The euphoria that we're feeling already is going to be intensified even more, because we're all feeling a lot better, right? We're all feeling, a little bit more amped up, a little bit more extra coffee. The markets are holding. Clash is doing good. There's some new projects taking off. Floors are being made. Utilities are being released. Mega spaces are being had. Super streams coming up. So the environment feels really good. This is where we use our indicators to give us an idea of, like, is there any trouble up ahead? Like, we want to get to the 100K. We want to fill this gap. We know we're above the 50 moving average. We know that the first mouse gets to squeeze and possibly the second mouse gets to cheese, but can it happen? And this is where we start talking about where it can and cannot happen, right? Welcome in, man. Welcome in, everybody. Like I said, I was really talking about the Jesus Coin Project on Sunday, so that's why I brought you guys up, because I just go with the flow, man. And there's a reason, right? There was, like, I was having breakfast, and there's a reason to this, And I was like, I know, an amazing project, and so we're gonna be talking about you guys some more today. Why not? That's that you got to do what's right in front of you, right? And that was right there in front of me. So here we go with this confirmed pump on this Blunt House indicator. Shout out to Blunt House. Maybe we could ring his ears if we keep saying Blunt House enough. We can get his ears ringing, and he's gonna be like, that's got to be that Rico guy talking about me, right? That's got to be that guy that's wilding out on live streams, getting all these amazing people to pull up. And really, not gatekeeping anything, and just giving you guys that raw alpha, right? That knowledge that's going to help you guys be able to survive October 10th and keep pushing forward. And that's what we're here for, right? So right here, buy signal confirmed, breaking the 50 moving average, everything. And even with these red candles, remember, we were talking about, I was like, I know these red candles don't look that hot, and we're not liking them too much, but we never got a sell signal. And if we wanted to add another filter to what we're already doing, what we already know, and we know that we like this parabolic SAR as well, again, this is where, like, the filters help you out to stay in this trade right here, right? Because we got the buy signal from the Blunt House. We got the parabolic SAR giving it the crosses on the bottom, letting you guys know that the trend is going that way. So you got the first triangle right here, green, buy signal. Crosses on the bottom, exit short signal. You got the break over the 50. I like. You got a pullback right here, but never broke past the T line, triggering a sell signal, not only on the Blunt House, but also not on the parabolic SAR. And this is where I'm feeling like maybe we are ready to fill this gap. Maybe we're ready to fill this gap. And that's what I want to do. I want the markets to get exciting. And I'm seeing this across the board where people are holding onto the floor. People are stepping up. The spaces are feeling great. And we're going to harness that. This is where we start wondering where, like, hey, is there any trouble up ahead? Let's just keep it real, right? Let's just be 100% with everybody. That's why the space does so good. That's why the channel's so, everybody rocks with the channel. We're just being honest, right? We can get above this purple line, the 100, and break past his lower value range, the 100K BTC. We got another gap to fill right here. And then we got the point of control, which acts like a magnet, and that is at 112. This is a lot of this stuff that we need to happen is for this thing to, continue this nice next leg up, and maybe it's the second mouse getting the squeeze and doing something like that, right? First mouse gets the squeeze, second mouse gets the cheese. Getting above these moving average is going to be crucial. But if we look at these, if we look at, this daily chart, which this is what we've been looking at. We've been ignoring the noise. We're all here to stay. Lee's not leaving. Lee's the official Lee is not going anywhere. Profit Bear is not going anywhere. Jesus Token's not going anywhere. We're here to stay. We're not deleting our apps. We love this space. How cool is it to know that, you got so many people around the world that support you? Where else are you going to get that? Like, Web3 is more than just about making money. Like, it's really cool to see how many people not only do we get to interact with, but either you support what they got going on or they're supporting what you got going on. It's a different type of vibe, and I love that. So this 100K chase for BTC is where we're aiming, fam. That's what we're going to keep eye on. We're going to check Ethereum out, Solana, and XRP. Then we're going to get to some of the plays that are happening right now and have a little bit of fun with everybody. I know there's a funny title up there, everybody, but you know what? That's just a word. Don't get discouraged. We got to talk about it because it did the pattern of that $5 million, $10 million breakout, and now it's pumping up really hard. And we gotta keep that thing sharp. So when we see that pattern, we remove the context. We don't care what the thing's called. We just know that that's that pattern that always plays out, right? So we're waiting for this 100K BTC. Still looking good. If we look at the weekly chart, we still have not printed a buy signal just yet, and we haven't broke the T line on any of these. And this is where the make or break thing is at with BTC. I want you guys to be aware of this, right? Because this is what helps you not paper hand your favorite projects. A lot of the time, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, that's just, not knowing what's going on. That's not somebody fudding you. That's not somebody jumping in your Telegram saying, oh, your project's not going to be good. I mean, the human mind does this on its own. You could be sitting in a forest, beautiful, rain, you got the a waterfall, you can have the birds chirping, and somehow we can muster up some fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And that's usually where we start making bad choices. But this is where, if not this, then that kind of pops up, right? We want this weekly chart to stay holding this purple line right here, this 100 moving average, because if not, and we don't eventually print a buy signal, which we're headed in that direction. We haven't broke the T line though. If we broke underneath this 100 moving average, then coming back to 76,000 BTC is still a reality, right? Because we're still working off the sell signal right here and the sell signal on the top with the crosses. And just as much as we respect that on the other time frame, we're respecting it on this one as well, because this is all fractal. Now, granted, if this thing gets past this 100 moving average, you're going to see some of this turning into what we wanted to see. And if you really look, BTC every time right here, boom, 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 just holding on to that 100 moving average, because when you break one level, you find the next. If we break this level, guess what? We find the next. We're not footing the market. We're not saying that BTC is not going to $1 million or it's going to zero, right? Well, it's going to $1 million. When, we don't know quite, but it's just saying that we break this level, we're most likely going to find the next and have a little deeper correction, right? But right now, we're living off this daily chart, Brian, we're living off the daily chart right now. Things are looking good. Let's go to Ethereum. And I got a lot of my Jesus Coin community up here. Shout out to them. Much love and respect. That's I think this is what a lot of projects shoot for. Like, you guys got spaces every single day. Like, there's not one person, because there's already that one person. You guys got Jesus, right? So everybody's just doing their part to get that message out there. And that's kind of what I was talking about over the weekend. It's how powerful that is. And so if you're on Ethereum right now, and you want to make sure that you can accumulate a little bit more Jesus Coin on cheaper prices, as far as, being able to buy more ETH right now, or whatever your favorite ETH meme coin, utility play, NFT on OpenSea, wherever if you're using ETH, we want to look at this right here, because same thing, even before we get the chart with a lot of indicators, it's been a long time since we've been above this 50 moving average. And that's why things are feeling so good. And again, this is fractal, even on tickers. Is this a case of first mouse gets to squeeze, second mouse gets to cheese? Coming up to this section up here, right? Breaking past these previous waist high, breaking past all this stuff, and kind of getting and trying to get into this gap, to trade into this gap, to come to the point of control. But we're going to focus on this right here, because this lower value range is 3,300. If ETH can get above 3,300, we're going to see some positive price action, right? That's just what's going to happen. Now we're going to have a little bit of, if not this, then that scenario. Shout out to Blunt, man. Like I said, he's probably going to pop up. We're bringing him up so much, but how long has it been since we've been underneath this 50 moving average? They said the floor was here. Floor was there. Floor was here. The floor was there. We didn't start kind of talking that floor talk till we finally got above this 50 moving average, right? Not because we're in love with it or anything like that. We're just respecting it, that when we do get above that 50 moving average and we look backwards on the chart, we have examples of what happens, right? So we're going backwards and we're like, oh, okay, wow. So you're telling me that when we're trading underneath a 50 moving average like this, right? You see how it's red right here. Boop. And then when we get above this thing, this is when we start to have the positive price action, right? When we're above it. So it's not like we're just snatching these ideas out of the thin air and we're reading a crystal ball and all these things. No, we're looking at the previous patterns and how these things look. And when I come over here, I can't help but think that this looks awfully similar to this. And this is where we start talking about that this floor idea could be real. Now, obviously on the weekly chart, same thing. Look at all this underneath the 50. Now we're finally getting above it. And when we get above that 50 moving average, you see positive price action. You see, where, the bulls or people placing the longs are coming in and stepping in. So 3,300, you're seeing that right now. We're not just making this stuff up. We're looking backwards. I don't know. Tell me why this looks a lot like this. Tell me why exactly when we actually do get above this trade, above this 50 moving average, we have very similar, getting above it, a little bit of excitement and everything, right? Very similar. So 3,300 getting above that, I think, we would see maybe this comes back to life like this, or maybe not, because we have this weekly chart that we're still working off of. And, we'll turn on the indicators right here just to show you guys how even on this daily chart, before we get to the weekly, you had to trust it, because look at these red these red candles after that nice leg above the 50. Oh, the first mouse starts getting squeezed, but still no sell signal. And even on the parabolic SAR, oh, one just printed right there. It says short. So we'll see right now. Maybe we'll see during the live, but this is the daily chart. This is on a daily. We'll see. This thing can turn on and off for a little bit because we still got 2.5 hours before the daily closes. So we'll keep an eye on to see if this flicks on and off. But this is that section. If we got back underneath the 50, we're coming back down to 2,500. And that's where this weekly chart starts to look like, okay, I can see what's going on because we're still working off a sell signal. We're still got two sell signals and the 200s right here, right inside of this gap. If we lost this level, right, all these moving averages, and we traded in this gap, just like we respected to the north side, we respected to the south side because it'll come and find itself trying to hit that 200 moving average again, right? Same thing. Make it super easy. That's it. If we respect it up, we respect it down. It doesn't even matter. And that's what we're kind of working off right now with ETH. Let's go to Solana. Solana's been pumping really nice. It's been really good to see this ebb and flow back in the market. For the ETH price, yeah, on this daily chart, it's 3,300 where it needs to get above. You know, it needs to get above this lower value range, 3,300, above the 200, above the 100, and it can potentially come and trade up to 3,700, and then we'll see, you know, the market's getting really excited again. Let's go to Solana again, respecting the pump, respecting the 50 moving average, just because these things, when they do that, that's what happens. I don't know. I didn't make up the rules. You know, I didn't make up that when we're trading underneath this 50 moving average this whole time and, you know, like this, and they said the floor was here and here and here. And, you know, we're waiting for this little moment right here, this, you know, this magic moment. That's what we're waiting for. And, you know, we have it right now. And this is why a lot of times it's hard for people because, you know, you have this shakeout, you have this breakdown, then you have a ton of consolidation. And now when it's actually happening, you're too exhausted to acknowledge what's going on. I'm coming from the south side, trying to get we all are, bro. That's why we're all in crypto, right? We all are. But here we go with Solana with some valid buy signals. 50 moving average looking strong. You know, you put your your indicators on right here. Boom, turn this on. Look at that. Buy signal still valid. Parabolic SAR, I know this one's still valid. Look at this. And we got tested on this one as well on this daily chart right here after we broke the 50. First mouse, second mouse. And the price that we're looking for is this right here. That 150 Solana. We break past 150 Solana. That's past the 100, getting close to breaking above the 200. And just like, I'm going to turn this off, just like we respect the 50 moving average, and when we're trading above it, it's bullish, and we're trading underneath it, it's bearish. We do the same thing with the 200. Look at this red cloud right here. You see this red cloud? Forget the crosses for a second. Don't just look at the red cloud. When we're underneath the 200, red cloud. When we're above the 200, like this one right here, green cloud. So, you know, although we're above the 50, you can see how we still got that work to do right here. And that's going to be breaking 150 Solana and getting above that 200 moving average so we can do some of this action. You know, this big old green cloud right here. Because when we get above these major moving averages, look at the 50 cross and the 200 cross. Whoo, that's fun. I mean, I want to do that. Okay, we're underneath it, fine. But I want to be able to catch it right now where it's going right now. And I think, you know, the markets are headed in that direction. This is where for sure the races will be back on. It'll look something either really pretty or really ugly. And we'll see as price, you know, we're just tracking price. That's at 200. We'll break above the 50, probably hit this. If we can get in there, boom, come to this point of control. That could happen. Or we get hit right here like whack-a-mole and it turns right back around and we come back to test the 50 moving average, right? It sure does, bro. It sure does. Absolutely. And, you know, Solana's one of the best and easiest way to respect the biggest bear bull indicator, which is the 200 moving average. You can see that clear as day. You don't need me. I mean, you don't need anybody in the space. You could just be patient. As you know, it does bring a virtue. You know, it's a shame that we have to be so patient for the virtue, but that's the only way to it, man. I've tried every other way. I've tried it sound like Frank Sinatra, each and every highway I tried. The only way to virtue is through patience, man. I'm telling you. So be patient, and you can wait for you don't even got to chase this. You can just be like, you know what? I'm gonna wait for when we get above the 200. And I'll get above the 200 moving average, and I'll take my trade there, and I'll trust it so long as it stays above there, right? And you don't even have to miss this. You know, you can count this as insurance. Just like this buy signal right here underneath the 50 moving average, I count this as insurance. I can get in, But man, I'm not trying to get in too early, right? I'm good on that. We're not front running. This 50 moving average, all this underneath here is insurance. Buy signal and the 50 moving average above, I'm taking that. It's solid. It's going to ride for a little bit at least. There's going to be a trade in there more times than not. There goes Solana. Let's go to XRP next, and then we're going to go to your guys' favorite project. Jesus Coin pulled up super strong. We got, Kendu community doing like spices that I ordered and stuff like that. Matter of fact, there goes your Kendu spice, man. This is what it's all about, man. We got Kendu Unleash in here as well, but got the Kendu spice. We'll check out Kendu Unleash. We do have their merch on justshopcrypto.com, and this is honestly what it's all about, fam. I know we check out, patience. No kidding, Brian. I like that. I like that one. Brian, I like that one a lot. But this is what we're here for. I know we're, charcoal's up, charcoal's down, but there are amazing communities in the space, the Kendu community, the Jesus Coin community, of course, the XPX community. If you go to any space and XPX is there, we get more credit for the community than we do our utility. That's how bullish the XPX community is. And I love that. I'm actually really happy about that. So here we go for XRP, for my XRP community, my XRP fam. What's going on? I actually got to talk to my people and stuff. I saw the message this morning and I didn't write back because we needed some more coffee in us. We had a lot of fun the weekend, right? I want to show you guys some of that stuff with me using that XPX non-KYC card in the real world, right? That's what it's all about. But here we go with XRP. We might get an example like everything else, first mouse, second mouse. And if you notice this lower valley range, look at that's where price got rejected at 233. So if we can get some green candles and this thing stays confirmed and we attack this again, maybe we can break past this and trade into this gap and come into these higher zones, coming into, almost $3 XRP. But everything's right now in that make or break section. And the thing is, when we turn on the other indicators, it gives away what's actually going on. And we're going to do that right now. And this is why it's important why we check out all these moving averages, because otherwise we don't know what's going on. And right here, we first broke the 100 moving average, and where did the, little resistance happen? And we zoom all the way in and we get all close up and personal, almost too close up and personal. This red line right here, that red line is a 200 moving average, exactly where the lower valley range is at. So we have positive price action, breaking past the 50, breaking past the 50. Whoop. Candle broke right past the 100 and then could not close above the lower valley range and could not close above the 200 moving average. And that's why you saw, the doji and now this downtrend that's been, but still no sell signal. We got the buy signal right here, even with 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, red days, downtrend, still no sell signal. And this could be where maybe we have the case of first mouse gets to squeeze second mouse, maybe. But if things turn around, then obviously we come back down to this price. We come back down to, this 180 XRP. But if it could hold this 50 moving average and go back in this direction and get above this lower valley range, we're going to see some really nice price action on XRP because, this lower valley range and being broken, look at this gap that could fill and go right past, $3, 302. So that's pretty bullish if you ask me. Right now, it's that section where things are like, is it make or break? Is it going to send or not? And you can see how that first attempt, and, maybe this is the second one, going right to the riding right. There goes that 100 right here. 50 going like this. We got to get above that 50 on the weekly too. Daily charts are looking good, and weekly charts they got a lot to prove. They got to get above, and when they do prove that and get above that, that's when the races are actually going to be back on. A lot more people will step right back in. And what's nice again, I love when I see the overall crypto market cap just climbing. It was pulling back a little bit, but we've turned it right back up. When we stay above 3, a lot more bullish things happen. When we get underneath the 3, it's like literally getting kicked in, what, right? And it hurts. It hurts bad. And we're going to talk about, actually it's up there on the ticker. You don't want to get hit in your testicle. We're going to talk about the pattern that this thing produced as well, because it's pretty funny. And again, that 5 million, 10 million, it doesn't matter what project it is. If you guys can break past that, there's a lot of price action, right? So overall crypto market cap, 3.11 $3.11 trillion market cap, looking super bullish. And we're going to jump right into this one right here, this funny one that's got everybody laughing, one that we talked about very, very early, because I said, hey, I think we all came from one of these anyways, right? And we're all adults here. We can all talk about stuff. And, I think we've seen worse in the meme coin space. But what's more important about this, right? We remove the context and we remove like, oh, maybe I can't handle talking about it. This is when we were talking about it. You guys know that, right? We were talking about the 5 million, 10 million. And it started pulling back to here. And I said, maybe it's going to do that pattern. I would keep an eye on it because it's silly enough, funny enough, and it's very relatable. We all have been there. We came from there, right? If you want to get that funny with it. And, now it's got that breakout. What was the breakout after $10 million market cap? It went all the way up to $25 million market cap. And, some people say you can't do technical analysis on meme coins. And I agree, maybe to the certain extent of like trying to gap and go trade all the way. But whether or not this little pattern, we keep identifying it over and over. And it could be a cat, it could be a dog, it could be this, it could be that. They usually end up coming after they break that 10 million, 10, 15, 20 million sometimes, maybe even higher. But this is, again, us just practicing. We didn't catch this one. We didn't buy this one, right? We don't have to buy every single one. What we're practicing is that we see this pattern. I don't care what it's called. If it breaks or it's getting close to breaking 10 million, maybe it pulls back to 5, but maybe I place a little Solana in there because, we know that if it has the audacity to break the 10 million, the markets don't care what you are. If you can break that and prove that you guys got conviction, it goes a lot higher, right? So this is a funny play, one that I wanted to cover again because, again, we get to cover that pattern, and we were talking about it, just the other day before the weekend. And, so here goes that pattern proving itself once again. So be careful. I've been in a lot of spaces. People say you can't do technical analysis. I don't know if these people are trying to discourage you from knowing this pattern. So like that, you're not able to hit the sell button. They press it on you. And that's why they say that. But whether or not, I'm not saying that you could, I don't know, don't gap and go. Maybe you're not trading it on one side. I don't know what you're doing, right? It's not financial advice. I'm just highlighting that for some reason, when we break $10 million market cap, whether it's a turtle, cat, dog, or whatever it might be, it goes a lot higher. And in this case, it was a testicle. All right, everybody. So just keep that in mind. Testing the conviction. And little silly character. And that's what we're going to be paying attention to. It's most likely going to come back to 10, maybe shake some people out really good, but maybe it has a life of its own. Maybe it's a strong enough meme to stick around. Let's talk about some other great plays that I know are going to be sticking around as well. We're going to go to Clash next, go to a couple more plays. Make sure you guys get all of your community in here, because the stream is starting to pick up. We're at 133 people live, man. So numbers are looking good. We're going to be talking about the super stream that I want all the projects to be ready for. It's going to be really nice. But here goes Clash as well, man, holding the floor. Even like the daily charts on the BTC, the daily charts on the Solana, the daily charts, like everything's holding a really solid floor right now. We had that nice leg up. That's a nice leg up, right? Solana pumped up, Bitcoin pumped up, everything had a nice leg up. And then we had some days that was just red. But you're seeing even like this, Clash is holding on right there, and they got a very strong community. We're in that community. There's a lot, man. I brought people to Clash at 360K market cap. So this was probably one of the best plays, one of the top plays that the channel has caught. And shout out to all of you guys who still caught. And I still know that it's early for Clash right now. So do not miss out on Clash right now. I think once they start getting promoted by Clash, the actual game, and people start hearing about these tournaments even more, you don't want to sleep on this play, fam. You don't want to sleep on this play. He's not going to stop. He's been here already forever. This is a strong play right here. And they got the prediction market coming up, where it's going to be their utility of, like the poly market, the prediction network or not network, I guess marketplace, I guess we can call it. But, that's going to be pretty bullish because that's a narrative right now. That's meta right now. So Clash is also, getting exposure from retail, but it's also building stuff that makes sense for us that's in the crypto space. Those poly market things are taking off really, really strong, whether it's, the regular world or a crazy Web3 world. We're seeing that actually get a lot of traction. So Clash, fam, do not miss out on Clash. Give this one a follow. This one breaks past $50 million market cap, and everybody's going to wish they had more Clash. I'm sure that this thing will hit $100 million market cap and beyond. When? I'm not sure. Am I telling you that you should just do it automatically? No. Maybe you don't like nothing to do with Clash, but definitely keep an eye on it, right? And this one was the same case. The 10 million, broke 10 million, went to 20, did the same little dance, come back down to 5, and maybe even down to like 4 point something. And maybe that Testicle one's going to do the same thing, but look at how it just rallied all the way back up. And of course, why? It broke past the 10, then it broke past the 15. It was like, we're out of here. And people are going to be paying attention to this one quite a bit. It's not going to go anywhere. It's here to stay. Let's go to fish next, and then we're going to go to Jesus coin. This is one that we're keeping an eye on right now. This was a similar pattern that the Testicle play had before it did the 5-10 million and broke the 10 million. We see that it went up to 13 million, but I still think this one has the actual breakout potential. It's shaking everybody out. We've seen it come down to this price. This might be the next one that next, everybody's talking about it being at 25, 30, $40 million market cap, because it did the little pattern that we're always talking about when it breaks past 10 million. And for some reason, after this little shakeout, first touching it, coming back down, it goes a lot higher, right? Maybe 20, maybe something like that. Maybe it comes back down to 10, does one of these, or it does a shakeout to 5. But we know this thing's already getting enough attention to where we see this pattern, just like we've seen on the other ones. How many times have we seen this little shape right here over and over again? It's not picture perfect, but this little pattern. And a lot of people, you're trying to find the plays that you're getting wrecked on underneath $1 million market cap. It's like, Kendu was at 38 million and it went to 280. So don't think, check out Jesus coin right now. We're going to check it out. It's 3.6 million. Their all-time high was 90 million. That could happen out of nowhere. So it's not always about finding something at 300K market cap, 70K market cap. Just find a solid play that's actually going to run. And this could be one of those plays right here. This is fish, everybody, fish. $5 million market cap. If it can go back to the 10 million and break past that, that's going to be crazy bullish. We've been keeping an eye on that pattern as well. Let's go to Jesus token right now. This is the one we were talking about over the weekend, fam. Seeing, where I was eating breakfast, it was just packed, and it was just like, the power of Sunday, right? It's like on Sunday, there's a different vibe on Sunday. And it was like, I was having some breakfast with the friend and stuff. And it was like, this is kind of what we were talking about. And then I brought up Jesus token, honestly, because this is the impact that it has. It's like, this thing already has real world impact. I seen it. If you don't think so, go out for breakfast on Sunday morning, around 10 o'clock, and you'll see that wherever you go, it's going to be packed. And you can feel the vibe. You can see where everybody just came from. They came from church, everybody. And that's a very powerful movement that I think a lot of people are failing to realize when it comes to this play right here, that we're waiting for retail. We're waiting for, the normies, or if you call them boomers or whatever you want to call people, really, it's just people who are not into crypto. And, if you ask people, that's how early we are. Like even, went out over the weekend. I almost asked every Lyft driver, when I go out, it's like, you guys got crypto? Oh, I know about it, but I don't got none. Oh, I know about it, but I don't got none. It's like, we're super early. Not everybody's in crypto. We're involved in it. But I think that when the switch happens and, people can either make the choice to get into crypto, but there's going to be a time where they actually force everybody into crypto. I think that's going to happen. Maybe it happens 5 years from now, maybe 10 years from now, but money has been digital. The money, it's going to be like this forever, right? That's why we got the MasterCards from XPX. That's why we got all that digital money that we can move around. So the fact that eventually there's going to be where, you have to do it like this, that's just going to be a way, right? And I think when that happens, whether it's people who choose or, eventually when it's just kind of normal and the switch happens and it just becomes a normal thing, of course they're going to buy some Jesus token when they're inside this thing. Of course. You guys know that video that I played for you guys when everybody was like, oh my God, when is everybody, why do I got to use a Visa? It's like a lot of people are not in this market right now. A lot of people are not in this market. And a lot of those people, that I seen over there, on Sunday, they get in here, they're just going to hold this down, right? And I'm not just saying this. I have proof of this. I'm going to show you guys right now. This is their main page at Jesus Token, but you come out and check out their crypto church. Every project in Web3 would wish to have this. Every single day of the week, somebody's pulling up, if not pulling up twice a week to get the word out there. And you think about, it could have just been that one restaurant. They all come into crypto and the first thing that, they're just going to buy a bag of Jesus coin and get to work and push the word out there. And I think I'm holding my Jesus tokens tight. I'm going to hold it till the whole world comes into the crypto space and this thing really gigascends like there's no tomorrow, because this is very early. And I think that Jesus token is actually laying the foundation. And I don't want to divide the room, but if you think that there's not going to be Muslim or Catholic or Jewish or a whole bunch of other ones, it's like, you got another thing coming. Like eventually, the whole world's going to be in crypto and you're going to see a lot more great people, just like the ones that Jesus token already has. but it's just going to be filled by an abundance of more people holding it down, maybe all day, twice a day spaces, just because they got more people than any other project. They just don't know that they got a token yet. But wait when they find out that there's a token and they come into this Web3 space. I think this one's really going to shake some things up. So sitting at a discount price of $3.6 million market cap, you guys definitely don't want to miss out on Jesus token as well. And if you guys want to help out, and this is something that I want to do as well, what I was talking about with my friend over the weekend, see if we can get some people rocking some of this merch as well. If you guys want to do some of that extra stuff right now, make some posts, maybe give some people some of these shirts. A lot of these are priced like cheaper than a Starbucks coffee, fam. And right here, so Jesus coin right here, you got the Holy Rage. This is pretty cool. Yeah, you guys don't want to miss out on this. So if you guys want to buy some of this merch, make some posts, get some people to engage with it, that's definitely what's going to happen. Or get some people in the real world, maybe buy one of these shirts and be like, yeah, this also has this, right? So don't miss out on this. We've been seeing this go out really, really nice. And I don't want you guys to miss out on this. And this is justshopcrypto.com. Head over there, get your merch. It'll get sent to you right away. So shout out to the Jesus token. Shout out to the Jesus coin community. And yeah, I mean, this is what we're here to do. And, this is one of the things that I mentioned, and we're going to be giving some of this stuff away to some of these people. And, I'm going to do my part of kind of provoking kind of the real world in a positive way with some of these things, right? Because it just, that's where the conversation led to organically on Sunday. So I was just like, all right, well, let me see, I'll pull some strings, do some stuff. We'll get some things going. And you're super bullish on Jesus, right? You go twice a week. You go on Wednesday. I'm talking about my friend. They go on Wednesday, and then they go on Sunday as well. I mean, so, if we can give some of this merch away to some people like that, and, maybe I do my part of bringing the real world into, the crypto space, and obviously with something that they like, and just providing some value to them. So, they can come back to this project and these, because I know you guys are going to win. I know you guys are in here to win it. So it's nice to just be a part of that. So come over here, get some of this drip, man. Don't miss out on that. It's there for a reason. And I think it's part of the movement. Honestly, I really do. Let's go on to the next project. I mean, what a bullish project I'm about to talk about next. Bullish community. They better be in here. I'm calling out Kendu. Is Kendu still in here? Are they still in here? Or are they, where are they at? Where's Kendu at, man? Where are my Kendu Chads and Chadettes, man? We can never, I wrote a message today. It's like, I told, the Kendu Spices, I was like, I'm forever bullish on this community. I'm forever bullish on this community. And that's why I've been supporting Kendu as well. I mean, there you guys go. You got your Kendu Spices, which, I mean, when I opened it, because I love coffee so much, I knew right away there was coffee in this spice, right? So it's actually really good. It's got some garlic up in there. But this is pretty cool. This is different. I like this, right? This is really nice. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, you guys are owning the chat, man. That's what it's all about. It's a movement, bro. On Sunday, I'm telling you, I seen it. I was like, man, if just a small percentage, and that's what's going to happen eventually. That's what's going to happen eventually for sure. But we got the Kendu Spices. Let's go to the Kendu fam, man. Let's go to the Kendu fam. Where are my Chad and Chadettes? Ladies and gentlemen, the Kendu fam, pull up. But let's scroll down. This is a community that you got to be forever bullish on, fam. If you're not, look, I'm telling you, you're doing you got Kendu Spices, fam. Like, there's communities out here doing stuff, man. It's super inspiring. And that's why we're in crypto. That's what we're here to do. It's like I've been saying for a while. It's more than chart goes up, chart goes down. Are you here long term? Like, the chart's going to go down. Chart's going to go right back up. I'm about to show you guys a chart that went right back up. I mean, shout out to Meme Link and shout out to Pablo. I don't know how he did that one. That one was nice. That pump was insane. I prefer Clash prediction markets. Me too. Me too. We're going to shill that like crazy, bro. You know that, right? You know that, right? You know that we're going to be shilling the Clash prediction markets on this channel like crazy, right? I might need a referral code from George, how much volume I'm going to bring to that thing. Like, that's a strong play right there. That's a strong play. I might need a super referral code. I'm joking. I just wanted to win. Well, we got in at 360K. We're good. Like, I'm forever bullish on that as well. But here we go. So I got Kendu Spices, right? This channel's different, bro. This channel is built different. Kendu spices, right? Wait a second. Where's the label? Let me see, because this channel's built different, fam. This is Kendu spices. Kendu energy. What? And now Kendu beer. Man, that's a movement right there, man. I like that. I like a community that can just keep building nonstop. You know, we got their energy drink, we got their spices, they got the beer. Here goes the post right here. Matter of fact, I mean, what a cool name, the Moon Rock, man. I know you guys are rocking with that, and we're supporting it. Like I said, forever bullish on this community, especially this handsome gentleman right here. He's putting his kidneys on the line for us with this good. What you know? What this stuff's amazing, man. This guy's been downing day 78. Let's run it up, man. Let's run it up, man. So I want you guys to come over here, support this amazing project. It's not just a project, like I said, it's a community making things happen. It's a community making things happen. And I think that that's what we're supposed to be supporting in this space. And that's exactly what we have in front of us. So whether you're getting a couple of drinks in with a Kendu beer, or you're, getting your energy up with a Kendu energy drink, or you're, rubbing your meat with the Kendu spices, make sure you guys come check in with this amazing community. Also at a crazy discount price of $5.7 million market cap, a project that showed up to my stream at 38 million. People are like, oh no, it's already, I don't want to get in. It's too. So I'm saying, man, it's more about, it was like this. It looked like this. They're like, hey, maybe check out Kendu. Maybe they're pulling out. Like, who's this? What's Kendu? Check out who, what? And next, they were unhinged. They came into the chat and they literally, I was like, whoa. And it was right before the bull run completely started. And I was like, okay, maybe we are in a bull run, because that community gave me bull run vibes when they pulled up. I was like, whoa. Yeah, definitely. I remember, the Shinobi ride. I remember, the gorillas pounding on their chest. And when this thing started to pump around here, it was giving me 2021 vibes, Floki vibes, Shiba Inu vibes. And sure enough, it did pump up like crazy hard, all the way up to $282 million market cap. I mean, that's extremely bullish. Yes, it's pulled back, but this community is forever bullish, fam. And I'm telling you guys, we got to get this thing back above 50. Everybody who sold, make them sad a little bit. A good sad, not a bad sad. We love people. We rock with everybody in the space, but we gotta tease them a little bit. And, this thing, we're forever bullish. When the spice takes off, when the energy drinks take off, this is the brand behind it. And people are forever going to find themselves leading right back to, Kendu. And that's why I support you guys, whether it's through the energy drink or through the spices, or whether, it's also, again, no way. What? Just Shop Crypto again? Get out. No way. It's Kendu over here, justshopcrypto.com, or it's Kendu Unleash, another brand that's created by the Kendu name. Kendu Unleash. So we got brand after brand, and we got a strong community. And when you see that whole community together, putting this stuff together, whether somebody making the beer, somebody making the energy drink, somebody making the spices, somebody making Kendu Unleash, going after, the dirt bikers, going after the rally people to get people, rocking some of this merch, whether it's just the Kendu itself, just the actual brand itself, and the people, pushing this really hard. And Dirt Drip right here, which has been, we've been seeing everybody rock this everywhere. It's right here for everybody. So shout out to the Kendu fam. This shows determination more than anything, and doing this at whatever the price is at. I don't care what the price is at. You guys care what the price is at? We're here to stay. So they sold. Okay, bye. You don't got a Ferrari. Bye. Oh, well, we're here for the long term. And I know Kendu is here for the long term, fam. I'm going to bring up another project that's here for the long term. One that's just, I don't know, bringing utility after utility that you guys can use today. Isn't that crazy? Like utility that you can use today. Let's go to the utility you guys can use today. If you guys are interested in checking out utility that you can use today, come over here to smartdefi.com. Click on XPX. Super bullish. Click on XPX. Check out our smart contract. Get a bag. We do got a 5K giveaway going on right now. Get your entry. Very easy to get an entry on this. $25 minimum entry for a 5K giveaway. I mean, that's pretty easy. Chart looking healthy, been live for 19 months, built on the Binance Smart Chain, launched on Smart DeFi, staking rewards live, lending protocol live, 30-day interest-free loans live, healthy looking chart, solid play, not because I say, but because we do. Not because I say, but because we do. And that's what's important to me. And I think it's important to this space and why we love this space so much. Because we're building for everybody. Right now, anybody can come over here, get a MasterCard, get a non-KYC MasterCard, do some non-KYC bill payments, get a non-KYC gift card. All of this stuff is live right now, whether you're an individual, maybe a business that wants to accept cryptocurrency and then off-ramp it through a business card or off-ramp it non-KYC and use it in the real world. You're like, Rico, use it in the real world. What do you mean? I said use it in the real world, everybody, like this. Just using your crypto in the real world. And, it's all about being financially free, and I'm all for that. But if you're not free to spend your finance, then I don't get it. Then I just don't get it. And that's exactly what we're doing over here, fam. We're giving everybody the freedom, whether you're a holder of XPX or not. You guys can hold MasterCard with a 100K limit or use a non-KYC 10K limit card, which is crazy bullish, fam. Let's go to my page really quick because I got another video up. Then we're going to talk about the super stream that's coming up. I want you guys to here goes right here. People were inside here and it was like a Jesus movement up in there. You guys don't even know. I'm like, whoa. I was like, people are forgetting. But here you guys go. Crypto you guys can use in the real world. You guys see me multiple spots, multiple places using the cryptocurrency. That's what it's all about. Actually, let me like and repost this as well over here on the main page because, that's just as bullish as it gets. And I want you guys to be able to do this yourself, right? We're providing value to the whole marketplace. This is here for everybody. So if you guys are interested in being able to off-ramp your cryptocurrency or maybe making somebody that they're saying, what are you going to use crypto for? What is it even for? What does it even do? And so, I'm allowed to use it in the real world. I'm allowed to use it in the real world. And when you look at how XPX is built on smart DeFi and the power that it has, it's pretty bullish. You're talking about 0 interest-free smart loans that you can then off-ramp. What? That's not priced into XPX's chart. That's not the space still has a lot of maturing to do. We're still putting on the suits and ties in this crypto space. XPX, X pays X, an electronic cash system. It's here early. That is not priced in the fact that we have the ability to do interest-free loans, 30-day interest-free loans, and then grab that loan and off-ramp it on a non-KYC card and use it in the real world. Pay back your loan and get your crypto right back. Seamless bridge between DeFi and daily spending. That is not priced into the chart right now. Everybody's too busy putting in. But there's going to come a time, just like when retail comes in, people are going to want to use their crypto, fam. And XPX is doing that right now. We have asset-backed security built on smart DeFi technology, meaning your value has a floor that only goes up. What does this mean? Because this stuff is like kind of different stuff, right? It's saying some kind of what does this stuff mean? Let's go into this really quick. We're going to talk about the super stream, and I appreciate you guys pulling up. This is a solid stream. Let's go and grab this contract address right here for everybody. Bam, right? You guys can do this yourself. Grab this contract address right here. You can click on this or just open this up, and we'll just click on the last transaction just to open up BSC scan really easily. We'll drop this right here. That's the asset backing pool. And in the asset backing pool, we have 59.8 BNB in asset backing in XPX. And that's why you have this line right here and why the contract keeps getting thicker and thicker and stronger, because the baseline value of XPX keeps getting backed by actual BNB. What does this do? This allows you to take those 30-day interest-free loans, right? I want to take a loan against my XPX. Otherwise, where are we going to get it from? Otherwise, anybody would just launch a token and just take out 30-day interest-free loans out of thin air, right? But where these loans are coming from is from the transaction and from the volume that we've accumulated. 59 BNB, $53,000 is in that asset backing pool, and only going to continue to grow. So something to really think about. This is a long-term play. We've been live for 19 months building utility. We're going to keep working on this thing. We got utility that people can use today. You guys see me pulling up almost every single day because I know all roads leads to payments, fam. There's going to be a moment where there's a supply crunch. Why? Because 17.7% of it is burned. And as we continue to trade this thing and the burns continue to happen and the asset backing pool continues to get thicker, eventually there's going to be supply and demand, supply crunch, and price appreciation on XPX. And I still don't think a lot of this stuff will be priced in. The fact that you can take out a 30-day interest-free loan and off-ramp it onto a non-KYC MasterCard and go have some breakfast if you like. What? Come on. That's bullish. I like it. I would like it from an investor standpoint. That's crazy bullish. Crazy bullish. I know it is. That's why we've been working so hard on it. Next, what do we got next for everybody? This is crazy bullish right here as well. I guess crazy is the word for today. We got GM, my Web3 fam, who is building the future. I'm hosting the Super Space, man, the Super Stream, the AMA on the live stream. We're going to try to break StreamYard with everybody. We're going to pull up some serious numbers. If you guys are interested, come over here and engage with this. Everybody, if you want your project seen up here, come over here and engage. What are we looking for, right? Innovative DeFi, smart DeFi solutions, NFT projects, the ones that are minting, the ones that are already minted, the next generation of off-ramps. I had to put that in there, of course, for XPX. The meme coins, the meme coins that show up the loudest. Show me what you guys got. Friday, we're going to be having a super stream, a little bit of an AMA style, 10-minute shills, letting projects not only just talk about what they got going on, but show what they got going on. Show me what you got going on. I hear you on your spaces. I hear you talking all the time, but show me what you built. Show me your community. Show me the engagement. Show me the utility. Show me the NFTs. I keep hearing about them, but I want to see them live. And that's what we're going to do Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern time. That's when it's going to start. We got projects locking in. If you guys are interested in this, I suggest you get these projects to contact me. Slots are filling up really fast. I know this is a lot of value for your project, fam, because I would love for any other KOL to do this for everybody else. What? This is content that you guys can repurpose later on. You go to YouTube, you repurpose the content of the spot when I'm talking about your project, you snip it, clip it, remix it, and you post it on X. And then you have video, you have content you can post on TikTok of us talking about your NFTs, of us talking about your community, of us talking about the crypto church, about us talking about, hey, these are minting hard right now. Or you know what? These already minted and it has a fantastic community around it. No gatekeeping, just raw alpha. Bring the heat, okay? Bring your community. This is going to be one for the books, and I think we're just going to start a new trend with this super stream, honestly, because this is a little bit of not just talk to talk, but a little bit of walk to walk right here with the super stream. So if you got a project, whether it's the veteran token, which we got them on Just Shop Crypto as well, you know, actual token helping out real veterans built by a real veteran, and that's why we're helping them out, because it's a real project doing real things with real world impact. Look at this handsome gentleman right here. What? Look at what? Look at that. I like this. I like this. I like this. I'm such a nerd for the space. Like, I get almost too excited, fam. Set up, set up in Walmart, rocking the veteran merch for veterans. We're going to be talking about this on our live stream. And when has this happened before? This is crypto stepping in. This is crypto stepping in. And you know what? If you guys support veterans or want to help support veterans, I think that veteran token is built by a real veteran. That's boots on the ground. If it ain't, don't. That's boots on the ground right there. Nobody's paying them to go out to Walmart right now and set up this table and do this for everybody. So this is the kind of developers you guys want to rock with. I don't care the market cap size. I want to see, you know, real action. And this is what you guys got right here. So BSC got the USDT reflections, and they got another on the ETH side as well, where you get ETH reflections. But you know, this project, I mean, this is what we're supposed to be doing. So shout out to Veteran Token. You know, this is the kind of stuff that we want to see. And a lot of the times, this is where he can actually show the stuff off that he's been doing. And like I said, if you got a project out there, engage with this post, like and repost this post. This is not just for me. It's not just for XPX. This is to your hard work. You know, you setting up tables, you getting merch listed, you doing all this work, so we can amplify that. We always need to do ripple effect marketing. It can't just be the one and done. It can't just be like that, right? So shout out to Veteran Token, which I got super pumped up on them right now, because I know that this stream can do really good for everybody. Let's see if we got any other projects that engage. And what, because we got Team Kaboot Tops engaging with the post. Let's go shill them right now. Let's give them a pre-shill for everybody engaging with that post right now. Let's warm it up a bit. And here you guys go right here. I'm telling you, this word is going to get out there. It's going to be one for the books. You guys definitely want to keep an eye on this one, right? Who is building the future right here? Again, we're just letting them know. And this one's, we've seen Kabuto doing real good. This is Kaboot Tops, the next one that's going to be doing really, really great. Mark my words. We're going to have him up on stream as well. You guys don't want to miss out. There you go. Kabuto Keen. Ooh, super bullish, fam. Super bullish. Most likely some pump coming from this one as well. Let's check out their contract address right now, where they're at, and see what's going on. Give them a little quick shill really quick. Because that's what we do. That's exactly what we do. So sitting at 36K market cap, low cap gem, doing his thing. And yeah, we're going to give every size project that love, giving everybody that opportunity and making sure that, people pull up to this. Fire Chicken, what's up, man? Are you coming to the stream on Friday? Are you pulling up for the Fire Chicken fam? So come give this one a look. 36K market cap, as low as it can go. That's the floor right there. Known the dev for vet several years. Great guy. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. Let's look at Fire Chickens. Fire Chicken coming to the stream. Are you sharing the post? I'm gonna put him on the spot right now. Let's go check out Fire Chicken because he's here right now. And he has a great looking chart, but let's see if he's doing everything. Let's put Fire Chicken on the spot. That is a night of my office post-holiday party. So it depends on the time. Oh, we're still going to give you a show because you pull up strong. It's 3 p.m. Eastern time, but I do want you to party, have a good time. But maybe you can have your most bullish community member pull up. Somebody pull up for this because you guys got a great looking chart, fam. This is a healthy looking chart. We were talking about this before all of this too. That's what's crazy. If you guys pulled up to the stream, we were talking about Fire Chicken over here. We've been talking about this little Fire Chicken, but this is a great looking chart. This thing has some massive potential. You guys don't want to see Fire Chicken. I dare you. You break $1 million market cap. This thing gets a little sendy. I think everybody likes some chicken. Come on now. Fire Chicken right here. Favorite chicken that I've had. If you're ever in Arizona, go to ATL Wings and get the crazy hot ones, right? And the dry rub one, they're so good. You're gonna be like that, but it's not just hot for no reason. It's flavorful hot. I don't like just hot just to be hot, but I can do hot for if it got some flavor. Let me give you guys a follow back. So shout out to the Fire Chicken. We'll see if it lines up with them pulling up. They did repost that. I'm glad we got them right here. And you know what? I'm glad we brought you up because we want these great looking charts like this. We want to find these early. $500K. Ooh. All right. 500K. Mike Salam background drop, but that's all right. We're still here, fam. So Fire Chicken. Fire Chicken. There we go, Fire Chicken. There we go, Fire Chicken. That's what it's looking like, Fire Chicken. This is what it's looking like, Fire Chicken. Oh, and then the FOMO begins, and everybody's getting Fire Chicken. Shout out to you guys, man. Crypto market still looking pretty good. Fire Chicken looking great. Let's go ahead and kind of hit the freestyle side of the show. And we'll wrap things up, man. Thank you guys for all of you guys who are pulling up. We want to see what's up, man. We got let's look at the top 10 on everything really quick and just see what's going on actually really quick. See if we see anything. You guys got any plays that you guys think I should be checking out right now? Let me know down in the chat. Let me go look at some more plays engaging with the post. That's why it's important to engage, man. It's important to engage because you never know. Somebody might go through the comments and literally your project is on a live stream right now. We got the Thierry fam. That's what we're going to do. We got Lisa rocking the Thierry fam. Let's do this. GM, Super Stream, something sounding really cute. I think Super Stream sounds really cute. We got Nova as well that's going to be pulling up. Possibly Captain B&B as well, representing. We got the Kendu Spice that we covered. Man, we got Paul Chain as well. What? Paul Chain wants to enter the chat? Ooh. We got some plays, man. I'm telling you, I think this might be one for the books, fam, because it's going to be a lot of show and tell. Who doesn't want to see that? So let's go to Thierry. No crying in the casino. Let's give them some love, and you guys go show them some love as well. This is community driven at its finest. No crying in the casino is a mantra that I like. I feel like there's a lot of that going on. Shout out to the ladies that help us hold it down, because sometimes I'm telling you, there was moments when there was crying in the casino, and if it was not for the ladies in the crypto space, it would have just been still crying. I was like, oh my God, what's with all the moaning? Like, cut it out. Come on now. We're good, fam. There's no crying in the casino. Shout out to TK in this mega space. It was absolutely epic, actually. 2K people tuned in. Wow, that's nice, man. Almost 7 hours. Woo! Woo! Putting in work, man. Go give TK some love as well. And go check out all the projects that were in that mega space. Go check them out. Do your due diligence. Join the Telegram group. Go jump in there. Right here, we got the Teary gang. No crying in the casino, fam. And that's the only way you're going to win. If you remember, those people who became millionaires with Shiba Inu, they were not allowed to cry. If you put in $1,000 in Shiba Inu before the massive pump, it had a crazy pullback that your $1,000 had to be worth like $10. And you just have to be like, I'm not crying, allergy, right? But next thing you know, that thing pumped up super hard, and a lot of people became millionaires. How? Those people who just bought and held and went for the long run. So keep an eye on Teary right here, looking really good. They're not going to stop this thing. All they got to do is break one of these market caps, shake everybody out that needs to be shaken out. That happens. I mean, it happens in XPX. We have to do some shaking out too. I'm still waiting. Just let them shake themselves out. It's whatever. I'm going to show you what happens when everybody's shaken out, how things can come back to life. Don't think that if something gets shaken out to the ground that it can't come back to life. And I'm not even bluffing. We're going to show you a couple of examples, but this right here, this Teary, looking really good. Headed towards 200K. That's where things will get really exciting for this play. Let's go back to that post. Give every single project that has engaged with that post some love. I think it's important. So we got Nova. We got Captain B&B, the Kevin. Yeah, we got the Kendu Spice. Captain B&B has such a great community. Such a great community. So we got the Space Penguins as well. Maybe we have the Space Penguins pop up as well. That'd be awesome. Go give the Space Penguins a look. They're doing their real thing over there. They're launched on Smart DeFi. A lot of great projects, man. We're going to be seeing a lot of great people pull up. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this. We got LFG now giving us the GM, the G to the M. Rico, what's up, fam? And I want to let everybody know this is going to be also eventually like having KOLs come up and all kinds of stuff. We're gonna make this big, and we're so also show and tell, not just talk the talk, but walk the walk. So let's see what else we got over here. We got Captain B&B, $1 million market cap, strong community, one of the strongest communities in the space. And, the charts are going to be the charts. And that's always, everybody goes through their own pullbacks and have to deal with their own things no matter what. But this thing has a community no matter what. And I would love to see this community and see somebody come up and represent Captain B&B and show that, hey, even at $1 million market cap, you're just as bullish on Captain B&B as any other time. This is a strong narrative, fam. Captain B&B sounds like it belongs in the space. Don't tell me that it doesn't. Keeping the cape on sounds like it belongs in the space. So if you're bullish on Captain B&B, let me know in the chat. Pull up to the space. Maybe we have the Captain B&B fan pull up. We got a solid floor right here at $1 million market cap, and maybe we even go a little bit higher. Maybe we see that break on that $3 million market cap, and we start to make people buy back in because the overall market sentiment is a lot better right now, right? A lot of this downtrend market was getting whooped, and everybody, across the board, whether it was a meme coin, Solana, BNB, ETH, Base, it didn't matter. People were getting out, right? That's just what happened. So, this is that time. Good floor. Let's get some more exposure. I've seen you guys in the mega space, get you guys on the super stream, pulling up everywhere, and really start to, grind this thing right back to where it belongs to. Shout out to Captain B&B. And just to show you guys that anything can be done in crypto, I got to give Pablo Crow a shout out on this one. Look at this. If you don't quit after everybody gets shooken out, you can turn this thing right back around. So let those people who want a paper hand, people who want to draw the project down for whatever reason they want to, or they purposely want to sell every time it's going right back up, eventually they run out. And if you choose not to leave this space and you choose to, start to making this thing work, this thing turned right the heck back around. And it actually went higher than this. I don't know how the charts changed it because it went up to like 20 something million when it first launched, maybe because of the burns and it changed the way that it looks here. But this thing came right back to life, shook everybody out. So this is why you don't quit. From, let's just say on this chart, from 15 million down to 250K market cap. And everybody was probably thinking it's done. That's it. It's over. No more. It's not going to happen. And bam. It turned the heck around on everybody. It's turned around. It's pumping strong. Okay, as we continue the development, our games, deck, swap, and normie tool. Let's remember that our main focus is the development of our up-and-coming social media meme link right there. Crazy bullish chart looking. I mean, look at these buys. Bam, bam, bam. Yes, a good investor without Jeep mentality. This is a normie. This is what normie money looks like. Just buying, holding, and you know what? People are bought up the floor at that price, and this thing's pumping hard right now. That's why no matter what, let those who got to get shaken out, shaken out. You know, those, and there's sometimes there's people who like they try to put selling pressure, you know, because they're not happy with themselves. So, instead of letting it just build up, every time it's going up, people sell. Every time it's going up, people sell. It's like, all right, eventually you can't just keep selling things you don't got. Eventually you're going to be all out of selling power, and then you just got to go back to your regular life anyways. Then this thing pops right back up super hard. So look at that. From way down here, pumped up all the way up back to almost $10 million market cap. This one might be ready to do the pattern again. So join the Telegram. I think this is an impressive move in the market, but also a testament to not quitting, a testament to push your project. Just keep pushing. People are going to sell. Let them go. Bye. Adios. Right? Keep moving forward because this thing came back to life really strong. And, if you're a project that went over $1 million market cap, if you're a project that went over, $10 million market cap, $2 million market cap, if you're a project that went to $90 million market cap, and you guys are at a lower market cap right now, this is proof not to get discouraged. Because this thing, I know on this chart it says 15 million, but I was here since the beginning. It went up to like 20 something million. And all the way down here, do not get discouraged, because right when all those people are done being shooken out, they can only sell what's there to sell. And then if there's a lot of the supply is burnt, this is easy to create these supply shocks like that and create the FOMO. And now FOMO is turned right back in. The FOMO's back. This thing pumped up really hard, pulled back and pumped up really hard again. I bet this person who got out thought they was like, whoo, I'm out, pump right back up, right? Because even right here, you have these instances where right when it's going up, somebody saw it. It happens a lot. I've seen it. I felt it myself. And you know what? This is a great example not to quit. Don't give up. This is a great, great example how powerful this thing was moving all the way down here. Come right back to life. Let's go to another play right here we're going to cover. We almost forgot to cover this one. This is one that's actually done the pattern. We actually covered this one. We know that break to 10 million, go a little bit higher. I honestly think that this one might be doing a bigger move later on. If you see it come down to 10 million, sprinkle it. Not financial advice, but sprinkle it. What does sprinkle it mean? I don't know, whatever it means to you, because this thing is starting to get a lot of attention. We were talking about it early on because of the pattern. We didn't get into it. I don't own none of this one, right? That's why, I don't even own it. So I can't be financial advice if I don't even got it. But what we're acknowledging is that it's done the pattern. And whoa, now with OKX wallet, we're officially partnered with the wallet. Woo! I'm telling you, this one might be a runner. I'm thinking this one, maybe I do sprinkle this thing a little bit. I don't know. I just didn't want to buy the top because I know there's going to be a pullback at some point. I'd rather do it down here. Now that I did this dance, let it come back and let me get in, and then let it be the runner that it's supposed to be. Yee. There you guys go. Yee. Could be a turtle, could be a dinosaur, could be whatever it is. If you break those market caps, you break $10 million market cap, it goes a lot higher. So I think we covered just about everything. Let's see if we find anything just off the strength right here, having a little bit of fun with everyone. Maxi Doge, we're looking for our patterns that we love. And honestly, I want to come check this out again with you guys. This is something pretty interesting. This is the one we're looking at. So this one's already pulled back. This is a Psyop Queen, but we've been keeping an eye on this Moby screener, because it's got that sonar thing. And you can almost find these plays, and the whales are buying something. So this troll whale bought this play right here at, $527K market cap. So why is this troll whale aping in, $7,000 right here? This is a random play for a troll whale to be aping in. Ain't turtles dinosaurs? Yeah, I think you're right, bro. So this might be a play for everybody to take a look at. What is it about? We don't know. What we know is a troll whale bought a good amount of it for some reason, and it could be the next little sender. Oh, there it goes, 700K now. Very nice. I mean, it's moving pretty nice. Moving pretty nice. Healthy looking chart. You know, breaks $1 million market cap, going to go a lot higher. 90K in liquidity, 785 market cap. Let's look at their X account. Do they got an X account updated? Do they got any of that stuff? Let's put it on the 1 minute. Let's go super degen mode. I could have swore the X would be right up there. Maybe it's not updated yet. Click on the pump fund link. So 760, we'll see. And this is why we've been keeping an eye on this little tool right here. This Moby screener. I think it's pretty powerful to find some play. That's how we kind of found that Testicle play. And it actually worked out to be valid, right? That Testicle play pumped up really hard. So I think this Moby screener is actually onto something, because that Testy play was kind of an example of it actually finding a solid runner, right? And it's still holding a really impressive chart. And that was basically the other day, early in the morning, I kind of bumped into this thing and I kind of went into the sonar stuff and I seen it popping up. You see it over here, Testicle, you see some of the other ones, you start seeing some of these people that are engaging with this. You're like, okay, what's going on right here, right? So, yeah, we're going to keep an eye on this mobyscreener.com. I think it's pretty nice to be able to have this. And we'll be keeping an eye on some of these plays. Maybe this next play right here is probably a powerful play. We're not too sure, but it could zero right after the stream, or even during the stream, it can go to zero, right? Just because the troll whale bought it doesn't mean that it's everything, but I would potentially take a look at this, put a little tiny salon in there and see if there's some power behind, you know, keeping track and following these whales from these other projects that are looking for their next big gainer, right? Because a lot of times the whales that have insider stuff from other people. So looking really good. That one's probably going to be one, right? So I actually liked it, that one. That I don't know nothing about it, right? We're just having some fun with it. It's on the sonar, that troll whale. And not all of these are going to be perfect ones, because some of these are going to be like, so this guy's buying that $16.1 million market. And that's not to say that this thing can't go higher, right? Here goes, look at this chart. So people are aping into this, but just because that guy's buying this right now, he could just be FOMOing in because everybody else is. But we missed this one. I would be looking for the one that's going to turn into one of these, right? That can potentially is, you know, down here doing these first initial movements, getting to $1 million market cap, getting to $5 million market cap, breaking $10 million market cap, and doing the same old pattern that we always see. Breaking 10 million, going to 15, 20, and then coming back. I didn't make up the rules. Okay. We don't even, we barely could follow them at one point in our life, right? Now we just behave like crazy, but this is right here where we're checking it out. This could be one of those that turn into this. This could definitely be one of those, right? So keep an eye on this one right here. Amelia, I don't know if it's controversial. I don't know what it's about. And I can't even see the little picture because it's not updated. They don't have no links for it. Could be just another rug in the crypto space for sure, more likely than not. But I think this Moby screener might be something that we use a little bit more often on the channel, and play with this a little bit more and just use it together. Just see what it's all about, right? And if we find hot stuff, then fine. If we don't find nothing that's not working for us, then it's not working for us. And that's perfectly fine as well. But I've been using this little sonar thing, and yeah, it's been kind of nice, you know, and you got to pay attention to those massive, the big buys and random plays like what? So UFD whale, you know, buying over here, white whale some more, buying more of it at $132 million market cap. This is probably going to be $1 billion project, right? The white whale. And look how beautiful that looks. Sheesh. 50 million is that first little. All right, let's go a little bit lower. White whale. Got to break 200. But man, it's got everybody's attention. There's all different types of whales now. Now, if you go on deck screener, there's white whale, green whale, black whale, purple whale, you know, all types of whales. Oh, people are just buying more and more. Moby whale bought $5,500. And this is a Moby whale. So is it Moby from this one? Let's look up Moby, the actual token that's doing all this, because we might just have to hold Moby, right? This is the one doing all this. What market cap is that Moby? Oh yeah, Moby's at 4.6 million, and it's the one that does all of this. It's like maybe this is just a pullback on this one. Oh, this one went up to 215 million itself. Now those Moby, all these whales are going into that white whale play. I didn't even catch this thing that went up this high. Wow. Maybe they're just a whale community that's just, there's going to be tons of whales coming off of this thing. Wow. Interesting. What's up, AD? What's up, man? We were just about to wrap it up, man. All right, man. Yeah, I think the one that I'll be looking at is the Amelia play. We'll keep eye on this one. Let's go back before we lose it. Amalia, whatever it might be. This one right here. Maybe it's back at 0 already. Who knows? 737, but this is the one that I'll be looking at right here. Maybe it goes to 0 right now. Maybe it doesn't. But this is Amelia. Little pump fun play right here. So it's okay. Go another hour. We'll be doing that when we do some of the gaming streams. And, you know, we got the super stream is going to go on for a while. We're going to be circling projects and things like that. So, you know, let me know if you got some projects as well that want to join us for the super stream. We're locking everybody in. Still haven't completely decided on how many projects we're going to do at once. But it is this Friday coming up, and it is at 3 p.m. Eastern time starting. People are securing their time slots right now. So if you got a specific time that you're only going to be available, it'd probably be in your best interest to jump in that Telegram now, send me a DM. So like that, you can at least secure the spot that you're actually available for and not be, you know, having a, you know, whatever it might be, because I know it's going to go on for a little bit, right? So maybe this is a play right here for everybody. Amelia. Maybe not. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll see what's up. I think we'll wrap it up right around here. If you guys can max engage with my posts, you know, like and repost us. This is to bring as many numbers as we can. This is to help us all out. So this is going to be huge for us on this latest post that I got right here. I'll share with you guys this one right here, which is already getting a lot of views actually. So everybody's max engagement. But if you guys can go over there, leave a comment, quote, repost, share this in some telegrams, like get everybody to max engage on this. The more people max engage on this, I'll be making the link very shortly. This is going to be a lot of fun, right? And it's going to have a lot of projects where they can show off what they've been doing. They can show off their art. They can show off their AI art. They can show off their NFTs. They can show off whatever they might want to show off, right? XPX, of course, is going to be showing off some of this stuff that we've been doing in the real world. Maybe you got an NFT to show off that's minting or that's minted. Maybe you got an amazing, whatever it might be, you know, bring it to the super stream this Friday coming up. So like that, we can show it to all of Web3. So appreciate you guys for pulling up. This was a fantastic live stream, man. Good start to the week. Hopefully you guys had a fantastic weekend. I surely did. And we're still here in crypto, and the markets are respecting the pump. We're still above the 50 moving average. We still got a buy signal on the Blunthouse TA, on the Parabolic Star, 50 moving average. I mean, this is maybe we are going to fill this gap and go to this 100K, break past the 100 moving average, get above the 200 moving average, and get like this and go like that. Maybe. Have to do a little bit of John Madden on there, right? But at least right now, this daily chart is still confirmed. You're seeing the prices go back over 91K. It's a lot of fun to see that. You know, when we get closer to the 80s, we start feeling a little bit like, oh man, but still valid. Even with, you know, 4 red days after that leg up, Bitcoin is still holding strong, right? So we had that leg up above the 50 moving average, and then we had 1, 2, 3, 4 red days after kind of that excitement of the leg up. And we're like, oh my God, is it going to be one of those games where it's over? But never printed a sell signal. Even with 4 days of downtrend, not one sell signal printed, and it's still holding above the 50 moving average. So we're going to be paying attention to that. Make sure you guys keep rating, keep chilling, keep engaging, fam. We're not leaving this market, man. Bitcoin is going to $1 million or it's going to 0. You guys let me know which one you guys think it is. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys can't do that, continue to come back. Experience abundance of money with me. Until next time, you guys know what it is. Later, fam.
WrestleMania 3 at the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan. It's a day that I'm certain my guest at this time will not forget. I'm talking about the former Intercontinental Champion of the world, Macho Man Randy Savage.
Nothing means nothing. Nothing means nothing. Man.
Nothing means nothing. What do you mean by that?
More, I'm talking about all the way to the top, yeah. Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in, but the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah. Macho Madness, yeah, has got more to offer than President Jack Tunney thinks that I got. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you something right now. Cards stacked against the Macho Man Randy Savage in WrestleMania 3. Yeah, let me say it, yeah. Let me say it out loud. And let me point to the president of the World Wrestling Federation. The Macho Man Randy Savage is not happy with your decision, yeah. I am the cream in the World Wrestling Federation.
Wait a minute, friend.